played by the one and only who goes to
You know something?
the woods with this one police officer.
I don't really have much to do. I've only done homework, go to school, and watching YouTube videos.
Look at this little guy. You know, I think it's become pretty apparent and kind of interesting that a little guy with literally no editing software whatsoever can come up with something even more lazy. Because the way I decided to celebrate this video is by watching a YouTube poop video of me. Yep, this is my 200th video and I decided to do something lazy for it because I just have no reason whatsoever. So, bye, let's watch it.
These. But, well, not really time for it, but
that's funny.
It takes a lot of time to watch all the videos, but
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game, not like the others who get all the fame. When your stick is in trouble, you can call us on the devil. The fastest in the stars, you will be hooked on the brothers.
Stop.
Hooked on the brothers.
Hey! Mario and Luigi, what do you think you're doing?
What exactly are you doing for your 200 video?
I was in the middle of watching a YouTube poop video for my 200th video on YouTube.
What the hell? We watched 200 videos of your crap and you just throw this YouTube poop video at us? I mean, it's funny, but it just seems kind of weak, doesn't it? Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit of a lazy way to do your 200th video, right?
It's my 200th video!
God, man, with a cup out. What the hell happened to you, man? You used to have strong muscles to do these kinds of videos.
No, I am. My muscles are still very strong and extremely capable of editing.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Show us you can have all the muscles of editing that you didn't know you had the muscles to do.
Well, what can I do exactly? I mean, I've done Futurama, I've done Gravity Falls, I've done Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, each 50 video milestone. Those are some of the biggest things of all time.
Well, actually, there is one movie that you didn't count for.
Whoa, you don't mean...
No, not that one.
Oh, well, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm safe. Ah!
No, not that one either.
Ah, well, nobody knows that exists. You mean?
Yes! The Super Mario Bros. Movie!
2023.
The filming Daniel.
Hey guys, it's Daniel here. Sorry for that weird opening, I don't know what happened, but here I am on the 200th video of this channel. Thank you, yeah. And yes, for my 200th video, I'm here to review a movie that came out last month, and I apologise for this video being a month late, but I guess I could save the 200th video for a special occasion, and this is how I decided to celebrate it, because today I'm going to review the new Illumination animated film, as well as being the finally long-awaited animated CGI adaptation of the Nintendo game series, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So the Super Mario Bros. Movie follows, well, our titular duo, the Super Mario Brothers, including Mario and Luigi, two plumbers from Brooklyn who are given the opportunity to definitely heighten up their reputation as plumbers as they go into this sewer to take care of this plumbing issue. However, they get sucked down a big green pipe. Mario gets sent to the Mushroom Kingdom, which is being led by the one and only Princess Peach, really cute, while Luigi is being sent into the Darklands, run by the evil, monstrous Bowser, who wants to take over the Mushroom Kingdom and gain Princess Peach's heart. So now it's up to Mario to save Luigi, save the Mushroom Kingdom, and defeat Bowser, as the Super Mario Brothers head up against the evil Bowser. So, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what Super Mario is. Even if you haven't played the games or not, you knew of Super Mario. Hell, people just can't shut the hell up about it for 5 seconds. It's literally like one of the most top tier video game franchises of all time. It has great animation, it has great locations, wonderful characters, yes, a continuous story about Mario going off to save Princess Peach from Bowser, but they definitely come up with very big levels to challenge the players. And while I haven't played every single Mario game, I have played a few, like the new Super Mario Bros. For the DS. I loved that game, and I did play Super Mario Kart many times. So I, like many others, really wanted a Super Mario movie. And there are 2 that came out, because there was actually a Super Mario Bros. Movie, anime, and of course there's that live-action Mario movie that I have not seen because I heard it's not good, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be watching it anytime soon. But now we have the CGI Super Mario Bros. Movie, and I was excited to see it, but I was also hesitant for 2 reasons, because 1, there isn't really much story in the Mario games, so I wonder how you could able to tell a full movie based on that video game series. And 2, like everyone else, I wasn't really agreeable to the voice cast announcement of Chris Pratt as Mario, because while I love Chris Pratt, I think he's a great actor, I never felt like he fit Mario to me. In fact, I felt like he fit more Garfield than Mario, which we'll have to see how he does as Garfield next year. So it was really mixed, but I still had hoped to see the movie, and so I finally watched it for this video, and after seeing it, I really enjoyed it. I had a blast watching it. Does it have its flaws? Yes, but it's still a really great adaptation of the Mario games. First off is the animation, which is just excellent. They really took the time to adaptate the world of the Mushroom Kingdom as well as the other locations in the Mario games for a full-length feature film, and I think Illumination Entertainment did a fantastic job bringing those elements to life. In fact, this might be one of, if not the best looking animation from Illumination Entertainment, and the character designs, while they have their Illumination touches, still felt like Mario. The action scenes as well, it really encompasses the action type of the Mario games as well, because when they're going against Bowser, the action scenes definitely felt they felt intense. They actually feel real from sometimes, which is coming a lot, speaking from a Mario movie, but they definitely did a good job bringing these elements to life with the action scenes and many Easter eggs that even, some of them, many of them, I didn't even see in a Mario game, and I could still tell that they were Easter eggs, and I think you definitely have to be a huge Mario fan in order to get first time round. I mean, you'll still probably get them if you're not caught up with games, like me, but I saw so many Easter eggs that if you're a huge Mario fan and you love these Easter eggs, you're gonna have a real fun time watching this movie. And then we have the characters and the voice actors who portray them, and I think both elements definitely had a lot more excellence to it than I imagined, because for me, the one that really shocked me was Chris Pratt as Mario himself. Because, like everyone else, while I think Chris Pratt is a fantastic actor, if you've seen many times on this channel when I talk about him, when it was first announced he was voicing Mario, I was like, yeah, really? I'm not sure this is gonna work. Especially with everyone else, especially if it kind of felt like a bit of a fan cast kind of situation. And even the trailers didn't really make him have a good eye or a good voice for Mario, and everyone just started to hate him. But when you see the movie itself, you realize that in the first 5 words he says, he legitimately won me over as Mario. Yeah, he captured the optimistic side of his character, but you can also tell that he's trying to add his own take to the character. So, honestly, for about 75%, I don't really imagine seeing Pratt there. I actually imagined a real, genuine version of Mario. Now, granted, it's not as good as when he voiced Emmett from the LEGO movies, but in terms of this film's version of Mario, I think he did everything he needed to do. I thought he was a really good Mario, and honestly, even if he didn't turn out that great, I don't think it's really his fault, because the advertisement of the movie made it look like he was gonna just have his regular Chris Pratt voice, and it didn't look that good in the trailers, so honestly, the advertisement team of this movie should get the biggest blame. And honestly, it kind of makes sense in terms of this film, because Charles Martinet, the original voice of Mario, doesn't really have exactly full sentences, because it's mainly just big noises like, woohoo! And let's go! And Was that good? I don't know, I felt like that was pretty good. So, in terms of a full sentence, I think Chris Pratt did what he needed to do, and I thought he was a really good Mario. And I cannot wait to see him get more voice performances after this project. I wonder how he's going to do as Garfield, because honestly I saw him more as the Garfield character than the Mario character. And I love Mario in this movie. I think he was a very chipper, very optimistic, friendly guy who just wanted to fulfill his dreams of being a plumber, but you can also tell the love that he feels for his brother and bonds really well with Princess Peach. And speaking of that brother, we have Luigi, voiced by Charli Day, and I thought he was one of the best performances in the movie, because I haven't really seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I have heard his voice many times, especially from the LEGO movies as Benny. But honestly, I didn't really hear someone else trying to put on a voice for Luigi. I actually heard Luigi, because Charli Day really captures like the high-pitched scaredness of the Luigi character. And you do feel sorry for this character, and Charli Day definitely added to his character a lot more. And the chemistry between the two brothers, I thought was really genuine as well. I mean, granted, I wish there could have been more scenes with them, but honestly, the fact that Luigi is the one that gets captured definitely adds to the story, because Mario has a reason to stay in the Mushroom Kingdom. If Mario and Luigi were just together in the Mushroom Kingdom to begin with, they would have just said, okay, let's find a way home, we don't need to matter about everyone else. But Mario has a reason to stay in the Mushroom Kingdom to rescue his brother. Then we have Princess Peach, voiced by Anya Taylor-Joy, and I loved Peach in this movie. I mean, I can see why Mario or Bowser would go for her, because, wow, she's such a sweetheart, she's so cute, but she also handles all the action moments and the toughness really swell. She felt like a leader, and the chemistry between her and Mario definitely felt very genuine. Toad in this movie, the little mushroom who was always like,
Sorry, Mario, but your princess is in another castle.
I thought he was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't the best, but I thought he was pretty good. But I have to give it up to Keegan-Michael Key for providing the voice of Toad. He definitely handled his high-pitchedness very well for the character. And then we have Donkey Kong. Yes, Donkey Kong is in this movie, and he's voiced by Seth Rogen. Now, I liked Seth Rogen's take on Donkey Kong because I felt like the design of Donkey Kong in this movie definitely felt like a character that Seth Rogen would play, but while other actors do try to put on their different takes for the characters, Donkey Kong in this movie, Seth Rogen, he's just sounding like Seth Rogen. But honestly, I don't think that's really a bad thing on his behalf, because it's not really his fault, because he even said in an interview that I don't really do voices, so what you hear is what you get. So it should be put more blame on the directors and the makers of this movie for picking Seth Rogen instead of picking a famous voice actor to voice Donkey Kong. So we can't blame Rogen for this. But I think Rogen did a great job as the character. Not the best, but still pretty good. But of course, one of the best scene stealers in the entire film is the big bad Bowser, voiced by Jack Black. Wow, Jack Black definitely seemed like he was having so much fun voicing the role, because he can handle the high-pitched voices, but also handle the deep-pitched voices, especially if you ever heard him on Tenacious D, and I think his voice was spectacular for Bowser. Bowser in this movie was a blast, he stole many scenes, and Jack Black, again, really fit the character. You can definitely tell that he prepared for the role, and I definitely think that he handled the Bowser character very well. Okay, I just made it sound like Batman. And he even has one of the best scenes in the movie, which is like this musical number that he sings about Princess Peach. And I just thought, well, that song was catchy, and I actually heard that he improvised it, but Jack Black, fantastic. And the last big praise that I have to give the Super Mario Bros. Movie is the score. I thought the score definitely had the scope and the feeling of a Super Mario Bros. Game, because there are multiple themes from the games that some of them I heard, some of them I didn't, but I could tell that it was a Mario theme, but they definitely orchestrated it to feel more larger and grand. You know, the whole what am I doing? And sure, there are licensed songs in the movie, but to be fair, one or two kind of hit, but not all of them. But the score by Brian Tyler, I hope that's his name, definitely stood out for a lot. Now, while I do have all those praises to say about the Super Mario Bros. Movie, this movie isn't getting the best reviews on Rotten Tomatoes because about 59% of critics liked it, but not everyone did, so it is kind of on the squished tomato side. But on the other hand, the audiences loved the movie, and for me, I really liked it. I thought it was a great movie. But I do have some problems with it now and again, and honestly, they're not really huge problems, but they do really affect the movie in many points. The biggest one is the pacing. It is so secondly, out of nowhere counting, rushed! I mean, like, the first, 20 minutes of the movie, the first 15 to 20 minutes of the movie is centering on Mario and Luigi's time in Brooklyn. And I think that the movie did a fantastic job at first at displaying the complications and showing the time and pace for the characters of the Mario brothers in Brooklyn. But then, once Mario enters the Mushroom Kingdom, the pacing then quickly opens up in a breakneck speed. Introductions between Mario and the princess are very rushed and they're just off on their adventure quickly. The whole training montage, while pretty cool, well, really cool actually, felt rushed, and then they kind of just jump from one place to another without any explanation of what's going on there. Because there's a whole section in the trailer where Mario, Toad, Peach, they're walking across these different lands, like the fish lands and these deserts and in the clouds. I thought that this movie was going to explore those worlds a bit more, but literally the entire speed of them in the trailers is in the movie. It's just a quick montage of the walk, and then well, that's no fun. Think of what you could have done with those worlds. I mean, what's stopping you? You're a Super Mario Bros. Movie. I guess this movie just needed to be a bit longer in order to fully appreciate more, because it's only an hour and a half, and honestly, it just felt too short. It should have been longer. It's an hour and a half, but it felt like an hour. I mean, couldn't you at least take some more time to really explore these worlds a bit more? Help us to understand why it's worth saving? Because really, when Mario enters the pipe, he only goes to about 3 locations. Like the Mushroom Kingdom, Donkey Kong's land, and one of the coolest locations ever, the Rainbow Road, which the Rainbow Road sequence was fantastic. But what about the whole Yoshi look-alike kind of land? I felt like that the pacing not only affected the different landscapes, but the story also felt affected by the pacing, because we're not really given a lot of time to develop a lot of things from the story in terms of the characters from the Mushroom Kingdom. And honestly, have you really seen this story before? I mean, it even felt very similar to the Lego Movie, another Chris Pratt film. And I think what that movie did better than this one is that while the pacing was very rushed, they also took their time to display the talents of each character and to explore the different worlds that they visit. Here, the pacing is so rushed that, honestly, I could just watch a whole music video of the movie and you wouldn't miss a thing. But anyway, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Well, when push comes to shove, you have to not make sense. But I felt like that could have been handled a bit longer to fully invest us in the story of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And I get it, Mario doesn't really have much of a story in the games, it's just a repetitive nature, but even in the movie, it needs to work on its own. And yeah, let's bring up one of the elephants in the room that has people kind of very cringed about this movie. Yes, there are licensed songs involved in the movie, and a lot of people actually ended up not liking that. Granted, I thought some of them were pretty good, like the whole use of the whole holding out for a hero, I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night, during the whole train sequence. I don't know about you guys, but I loved it. I thought it was a pretty cool scene. But then there's other songs that have been used, like Take On Me. That whole... I felt like that kind of came out of nowhere. It was pretty cool, but they kind of edited it a bit wrong, because they're getting onto this, cart with one of the apes, gorilla creatures from Donkey Kong's world, and they're about to go see Cranky Kong, and they kind of play the whole before they even got going on the cart. They just played it while they were getting on, but they didn't play it when they were starting driving. Yeah, they couldn't even get the editing placement of the song right, and that I felt like made it even a bit more unnecessary. It's like they just threw in famous songs for the soundtrack, for the licensed song soundtrack, because well, it might be a Mario movie, but it's still an Illumination project, so we still got to add as much existing songs as possible, which I didn't cringe by these songs, but I did feel like that they came out of nowhere sometimes. Kind of going back to the music real quick, I felt like that the one song that they could have used for a licensed song is the song Born to Play from the Nintendo trailer that came out a few years ago. That song is just catchy as hell. I'll put a link in the description below. But besides those issues, I still had a blast watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and no matter what people say, you're gonna see it anyway because it's Super Mario. And the ending does indicate that they're probably going to make a sequel, and honestly, I'm down for a franchise with this Super Mario Bros. Movie to go on for more existing adventures, and they'll probably fix some issues that the first film had, like the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. It had great characters, great animation, expands on the Mario worlds with the Easter eggs and all that stuff, the voice acting is solid, the score is fantastic, and it definitely reminded you why you became a fan of Mario to begin with. And that's why I'm going to give the movie a 4 out of 5. I think it's worth the watch, and if you're a fan of Super Mario Bros., go see the film because you really don't want to miss it. But anyway, what do you think of the movie? Do you love it? Do you hate it? And what's your favourite Super Mario Bros. Game? Let me know in the comment section below, and thank you for watching this 200th video. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I kind of slipped up a few times with the words, but honestly, I'm glad that I reached 200 videos and glad that my YouTube career has come far. So,
When Mario Bros. Enters a game, and not like the others who get all the fame. When your sink is in trouble, you can call us on the double. For faster than the others who hooked on the Bros.
Da 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 da